All right, so for this foldable, this is what's gonna look like in the end. Come around the table. All right, in the end, this is what you're gonna have. You're gonna have the earth, and you're gonna have each layer. So you're gonna have the crust, which represents the brown, the upper mantle, the lower mantle, the outer core, and then the inner core. And then you'll have these different flaps where you can write your information about. All right, so what you're gonna need for this is you're gonna need these papers. Yours are white, mine are just blue because I print them from a different printer. So you need your papers that say like earth and upper mantle and all that. So you need that. And you need the pack of construction paper, pair of scissors, and a glue stick. So first you're gonna do is get your black paper and get that out and put that to the side. Then you're going to get your blue paper and then your paper that says earth, lay it over top and cut that out. All right, so now you should have your white circle and your blue circle. Now take your blue circle and put it aside, and now you're going to get your brown paper and cut out another one with your white paper, your white circle. So put that white circle you just cut out and cut out a brown one. So now you should have your brown paper, brown circle, sorry, and your blue construction paper circle. Now fold both of these in half. All right, now you're gonna put glue on half of the blue paper and half of the brown paper. And now you're going to glue both of those gluey halves together. You might have to take it off and put it back to get it lined up. Just do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so now you should have something that looks like this. All right, now you're gonna take your green paper and you're gonna cut out little continents. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be look exactly like the continents. You can if you want to, but just cut out some little green continents. Just to do this really quickly. I'm cutting only 2 out, but you do more. All right, so now you're gonna put glue on your continents. And then glue it on your earth, on the blue side. So take your continents, your green papers, and glue it. All right, so now you should have something that looks like this. Your blue paper should have green continents, and then it should fold and open. We can see the brown side. All right, now turn yours over to this side. Looks like this. And you're gonna put glue here and here. All right, and then on your black paper, you're gonna glue that down. Just center it as best as you can. And then glue it. All right, now you're going to take your crust paper and your red paper, and you're gonna line that up like this, like in a corner or whatever, just hold on to it, and then you're gonna cut that out. Does not have to be perfect, but make it, you know, as circular as possible. All right, again, you'll have white paper. Mine's just blue. So take your 2 circles, you should have a white one and a red one, and fold those in half. And you're gonna put glue on 1/2 of the red paper and 1/2 of your red paper and your white paper, 1/2. Okay, so I've got a gluey half on my white paper, gluey half, gluey half. Put those gluey halves together. Again, as best as you can. You can pull it apart and put it back to get it lined up as best as you can. All right, now you're gonna mash them together, and you should have something that looks like this, a white side and a red side. All right, now you're going to put glue, so you have this side that sticks out, right? On the flat side here, where it's flat as possible, you're gonna put glue here. Okay, this one's gonna be the hardest, because once you get it laid down, it should be good. But so take your red and white paper, and you're gonna glue it down so your red goes on this side. So see, here's earth. The red is gonna go down here, and then the white is gonna go on this side. So again, see, here's earth. Red is gonna be here, and white on the other side. And the easiest way to line this up is just line up those creases together to get it as centered as possible. And then you mash it down. You can fold it one way and then fold it the other and mash it down. All right, so looking at it now, I open it up. I've got the red here, and if I open this flap, all right, now you're gonna get your paper that says lower mantle. Yeah, we skipped a layer, it's okay. I just labeled them wrong. So you're gonna get your paper that says lower mantle, and you're gonna get the orange paper, and you're gonna line that up and cut it out. All right, and now you're gonna fold both of these in half. On half of each of your, half of your white paper, half of your orange paper, put glue on it. And then you're gonna stick the gluey sides together. Stick the gluey sides together, and now you should have something that looks like this. And now you're gonna flip it over and you're gonna put glue on these sides. All right, now you're gonna take it and glue it to this paper. So make sure you glue it on the right side. So your white paper should be going should be glued on the same spot, right? So if I open, this side is my white paper, then I'm gonna glue it here like this, so the white side's on the same side. So go ahead and glue that down. And put it in the center as best as you can. All right, so now if you look at it, you've got the earth here, and you've got this layer, and you've got that layer. All right, you're now gonna take your outer core paper and your yellow paper, line that up, and cut that out. All right, you're gonna take both of those papers and fold them in half. And then put glue on both, or sorry, put on glue on the halves like we've been doing. So fold it in half and then put glue on one half of each paper. Glue your halves, put your sticky, gluey sides together. All right, now you should have something that looks like this. Again, remember, this is white for y'all. All right, now put glue on your flat side. And then glue that down. So remember, you gotta do it on your side, that's the white sides. So glue that down. All right, so now you should have the earth, you should have this layer, and this layer. All right, now this last one, you should have an inner core and an inner core 2, and you're gonna use this white paper twice, okay? So make sure you have your inner core 2 and your inner core. So go ahead, take both of these papers and cut them out. Let's start with the bigger one. So line those up. And cut out your circles. Then you should have 2 white circles, and you're gonna fold those in half, just like we've been doing. You should have 2 halves. You're gonna glue on one side of each paper, and then you're gonna stick those 2 gluey sides together. All right, and you should have something like this. Oh, they're a little misaligned. So something that looks like this, and you can put glue on the flat side. All right, now you need to glue this in on your, where you've been gluing everything else, right? So remember, make sure you've got the white side and you're lining it up. Well, I guess with this paper it doesn't really matter because it's all white, but. So glue that down. All right, now you still should be using that white paper. Where did I put mine? Oh, here it is. All right, and then that smaller circle, the other inner core, you can line it up, or honestly it might be easier if you just cut out this smaller circle. All right, you got the smaller circle. And then I'm just gonna take a piece of that white paper, line it up on here, and then cut that out. Again, you should have 2 white circles. These are just smaller than the other. All right, and you guessed it, we're gonna fold both of these in half. We're gonna glue them together and then glue them down on the paper. All right, so you should have something that looks like this. All right, you got like a flat side and you've got the part where it's glued together. Now we're gonna put glue on the back of that and then glue that down. All right, so in the end, it should look like this. Now if you got some stuff coming up like that, you can re-glue it back down. But you should have something that looks like this. You open it up and you can see all the layers. And then you have these little flaps where you're gonna write about each layer. That table you had, you're gonna use that information and write it on here, all right? So this first, the biggest one is gonna be about the crust. And then this next one is gonna be about the upper mantle. And then this next one is gonna be about the lower mantle. This one's gonna be about the outer core. And then this one is gonna be about the inner core, all right? And if you'd like, you can add